right, what's going on, y'all? Today, what I got is we're doing this review outside. This is kind of a comparison review. In my right hand, we have the Corsair Virtuoso XTs, and in my left hand, we have the Razer Nari Ultimates. You know what I'm saying? I actually like both of these headsets for different reasons or whatever, you know? So as far as being outside and all that, is probably not the best option, but I do like that the microphone, you know, it has off in the thing right here or whatever. These are actually haptic feedback headphones. Which I do really like, you know, because at least for listening to music. So when I'm listening to music and things like that, there are little motors inside of here that really let you feel that bass and all that, you know what I'm saying? So that's beautiful. I like the fact that the USB dongle kind of fits, not kind of, but it goes right inside of there, you know? So it's almost impossible to lose, you know? I like this, the RBG. I don't like a whole lot of gamery kind of looking headphones that got all these lights going on all over the place. This is, you know, conservative, real slick, you know? I dig that. They have a real comfort to them, or whatever, you know, this steel design for the actual frame of the headsets is kind of separate from what actually goes on your head. Here, you have the Razer logo, you know what I mean? And then this, I don't know if this is leather, faux leather, or whatever it is, but this is kind of hard on the outside, which is cool for the design and all that. But on the inside, you kind of got this hatch or hedge kind of cloth feel, but it's also a nice amount of, you know, cushion or whatever. So when I put it on my head, I'm not feeling this steel or anything like that. It's great. For a humongous headset and a kind of weighty one, it feels good, you know? It really does. What else do I like? I like this kind of leathery thing on the outside, but on the inside you got a cloth kind of feel. The insides are real deep, you know what I mean? So if you got like big ears or something like that, that's good for you. I've learned actually messing with these two headsets that I don't, you know what I mean? I might fit the consumer base model. So anyway, then you have when you're playing a game and stuff like that, you got your volume rocker for that. Man, the wind is blowing. We'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, you got this for when you're playing a game, and you got your regular little one right here. You got your mic mute button there. What I don't like is that this takes a micro USB for charging, but you also got your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. These are pretty good. The only thing about these is they're kind of antiquated, you know what I mean? And one of the biggest tells for that is this micro USB, you know? But now let's go over to the Corsairs. Now the reason that I considered these is because I did a lot of researching and all that, you know? And when I got these, this wasn't even an option, you know? I wasn't too much considering these, you know? In fact, the Corsairs that I was considering was the Voids, which are kind of cheap. And then I was thinking about the HS60s, which have haptic feedback just like these do. Then I was considering the HS70s because they have the Bluetooth. And then I was thinking about, I looked at the HS80s and I'm like, oh man, these is perfect. But for some reason, between the HS70s the Corsair HS70s and the HS80s, they got rid of the Bluetooth, and I don't know why. So then I was looking at audio files and all of these people that are really, really good with knowing everything about sound with headsets and all that kind of stuff. And they were talking about the Virtuosos and then the Virtuoso SEs. But of course, the thing that they did not have is Bluetooth. And the reason that I want Bluetooth is to be able to hook them up to my cell phone. Now I could hook them up to the cell phone with the 3.5mm headphone jack, of course. Or actually, for real, if I wanted to go like that, I could use the USB-C port here and a USB-C to USB-C on my phone, you know? But I like the hands-free situation in case I'm walking around, I'm just out or whatever. So I like these. Now, you tell me, these look a little bit better on my head, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. And a humongous selling point for me was I needed a headset that not only had a nice sound stage, which these do, and these have an okay one, but just for some hood stuff, you know what I'm saying? This is the way to go, because you know, you got that good bass delivery or whatever, and you have the haptic feedback to just rumble your ears and all that stuff. So hood stuff, you know what I mean? But as a sound professional or whatever, these the Corsair Virtuoso was just a better option from what I was seeing. The price difference between the Virtuoso SEs and the XT was kind of like the reason why I didn't get them or whatever. So I was messing with these, and then I'm just like, man, I need to go ahead and go. Now, if I didn't get these, it was gonna be the SteelSeries Arctis Pro, you know? From what I was viewing online, I've never actually put them on my head, but I love those headphones. The only thing is the microphone. So after evaluating everything, and I did do a lot of evaluation and all that good stuff, and I still decided to go with these just on some crazy bass stuff, you know what I mean? But after evaluating everything, the Bluetooth option, the ability to, while gaming, still take phone calls and things like that, these won out. It would have been the other Virtuosos, but the Bluetooth got me, you know? And then I found out that T-Pain uses these. If you look at T-Pain's, his gaming channel or the stuff that he do in his studio, this is the headset that he rocks, you know? And I see why. The ear pads, I guess you call these things, they are soft. I don't know if this is leather, faux leather, or whatever it might be, but what I do like is you get this swivel of 180 degrees. So while these, as you can see, and I love that, you know, they fold backwards so you can have them on like this, and this is the Razer Nari Ultimate, you know? For one, they still super huge, so I feel them all on my neck and my chin. However, a bonus that these have, the Virtuoso XTs have, is not only being able to face you, but let's say I'm going in somewhere and I need to, you know, hear my environment or whatever, but I still want to hear my little music a little bit. These 180 degrees still face out. You know what I'm saying? So I can still, you know, hear my music and everything. So let's see what else. Oh yeah, the RGB. Now, the same way that the Nari Ultimates have this kind of sleek little, not too much RGB, but a gaming headset, you want you a little light on it. You know what I'm saying? So both of these have that. However, if you look at that video that I did where I unboxed these, the Corsair logo here, it looks like like a little screen pretty much. And it almost disappears when it's not lit up. I love it. What else can I tell you about these? Oh, okay. So you have this switch here that takes you from using the cord to wireless. And when you're doing wireless, you have the option of Bluetooth or the slipstring dongle, right? And when you're using the Bluetooth, you can control your in-game kind of thing with that, but you have a dedicated rocker here for your Bluetooth pairing and all that, and I'll show you that on the inside. And then you have your volume rocker there. Now this here is for the microphone, you know, where these have the microphone embedded in it, which you can slide in, and I love that. But the microphone for these is the reason why I justified, you know, $250,000 for these particular headphones. You know what I mean? Okay, so back to that. That's pretty much it here. Hold on a minute. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna face both of them to the front so we can give y'all a picture of both of them. Both of these headsets are great, you know. I'm glad I purchased these. I'm glad I purchased these. Now on my channel, what I try to do is give you information to make a decision whether or not it's good for you. You know what I mean? The Razer Nari Ultimate, the haptic feedback, the super bass feel that I get, I'm just, you know, feel like I'm back in the 90s, you know what I'm saying, riding through the hood, busting down walls and things like that with the bass. Amazing. The soundstage, not so great. Battery life, not so great if you're using the RGB and the haptic feedback. You know what I mean? And the microphone, even with using software to make it a little bit better, it's okay. It depends on, you know, most people, they use a separate microphone anyway, so that's not really that big of a deal. They're just using it for gaming. Me, in particular, I want to get rid of this lapel mic, and I want to use my headsets for recording things and all of that. Now, while I don't have it with me, while these don't have the slide up into the headphone kind of discreet mic, it does have a detachable mic. And that mic is the reason that I justified, you know, spending 250 plus bucks for these headphones, you know? It ticked every check box that I had for a headset, but for you, you gotta make a decision. What are you looking for in a headset, you know? Do you just want a headset that sounds good while you're gaming, you know what I mean? Do you care about soundstage and any of that? Because if not, then neither one of these you can justify spending this amount of money for some headphones. You know what I'm saying? If you need a good sound quality mic, and of course I don't have as much experience as a lot of these other guys on YouTube and all that with headsets, but I do believe that the Corsair Virtuoso XTs have one of, if not the best sounding microphone out of the box that's in the game right now. You know what I mean? But if that's not a big deal to you, then maybe instead of the Virtuoso XTs, you go with the Virtuoso SEs, or the special edition, or the regular Virtuoso Virtuosos. Who knows? Maybe you don't like this, I'm a grown man. Maybe you don't like the more grown man kind of look, and you want a headset that really looks like a gamer headset or something. So since I don't have a whole lot of money, I had to tick off a whole lot of boxes and things like that to justify spending $200 and some on a headset. And these was like $3, you know what I'm saying? So it really depends on what you want out of a headset. So I will say this, if you just want something that sounds good while you're doing your gaming and stuff like that, then get you a $50 or $80 headset, and it's not that big of a deal. I'm happy with both of these purchases, you know, and if you, let's say, disagree with me, or you have a better option that I should have chosen in your opinion, leave it in the comments, let me know. You know what I'm saying? My neighbors. So that's it. If this video, or this part of this video, helped you in making your decision, consider giving me a like for it, or subscribing to my channel, because I'm just a regular guy trying to help people make informed decisions on the purchases that they make. Because if you're one of my subscribers or viewers or something like that, then you probably don't have a bunch of money to just waste. You know what I'm saying? We work hard for our money, and you know, our investments are important. And I do believe that these were good investments. I'm happy with both of these investments for different reasons, you know? So that's it. Love y'all, peace. Hey, thanks for watching that last video. I really appreciate it. Let me know in the comments how I can make better videos for you. And we'll make this channel, community, or whatever it's gonna be, as great as possible.